Welcome, in front of me is a V-Mobile S39, and today I will show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So to get started, we're going to begin with the airplane mode. Now it might be a little bit simple, but what it will allow you to do is if you have some kind of problems with connection, you can always enable and disable it really quickly to reconnect to the closest cell tower. And basically all you need to do is just tap on it like this and then disable it again. And once the device connects back into any kind of like network, it will then connect to the closest tower, like I said, thus also improving the call quality, hopefully. Now moving on, we're going to go into the mirror vision, which will allow you to add a little bit more quality, I guess, to the display. So it will simply increase the saturation and contrast of the images or basically the entire display. So we go under the display and mirror vision right here, and then tap on the bars right here. You have first picture mode. So from here you set it to vivid, and once I tap on it you will see the difference. It just becomes a little bit more vibrant and kind of saturated in colors. And then you want to tap back on the thing and then go into dynamic contrast. And right here, once I enable it, you won't really see much of a difference while I enable it, because it just progressively increases the contrast, but when I disable it, it just drops it off completely, and you can see the difference when disabled. So if I kind of flip it a couple more times, let's say in the next scene, you'll see that the image becomes a bit more grayish and kind of colorless in a way. So those two things improve the image quality just as a viewing experience. Now moving on, we're going to go into the option to hide a password. Now if you're ever typing any kind of password on websites, or for instance the quickest one I can access right now would be the password for Wi-Fi, and I will use it as an example. So once you have basically anywhere in the websites or apps, once you start typing, you will see that there is always a latest letter that you have pressed visible for about a second or two. And to get rid of this, you can actually hide it. So we'll go into the settings and then security, so right here, and you will have make password visible. Just disable that. And now if we go back into the Wi-Fi settings and for instance go back to it and I start slapping away letters, you can not see any kind of letter at the end right here. So it just improves a little bit in the security department, and really I consider this to be a fairly nice feature. Now moving on, we're going to go into the basically booting the device, so power on and off as a schedule. And normally this might not be a big thing, but it's fairly handy to set up a once a week, for instance, power on and off, to just help the device clear all the cache and temporary files that it might have stored over the week. So then it will basically function a little bit smoother and hopefully also increase the longevity of the battery. So you would go back into the settings, and at the bottom you have scheduled power on and off, and here you have the two options, so you just enable them. And by default they're set to every day and Monday through Friday. So what you want to actually do is let's go to power off. So when it's going to turn off, and we're going to just select it to, for instance, Saturday. Oops, actually if I would press the rest of the button, there we go, Saturday. And then the time that it powers off, I'm going to set it to somewhere like 11 p.m. or 11:30 apparently, and then tap on done. And then we're gonna set it to turn on, and we're gonna select it to be 11, for instance, 35, like so, and also set it to only Saturday, like this. And now basically the device will turn on at 11:30 and turn back on 5 minutes later, and that's basically all we really need. So that is how we would set it up. And moving back to the last thing, now probably you've seen the animations of the device for this entire time. Whenever you open something or close it, go into the recent, and there's actually a way to improve the animation to make it quicker or just completely remove it. And to do it, you will go into the About phone and enable the developer options. So let's find build number right here, tap it 7 times, and you will get a message, you are now a developer. And if you go back, there's a new option called developer options. And from here you want to scroll down a little bit, I think past halfway. right here. There's a window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. Now it looks like I already changed it previously to half scale. Normally they're set to 1, so they were already quicker than they would be by default. So if I, for instance, set them to default as they normally are, you'll see that, see the animations. If I can actually press the button, there we go. You can see there is a bit of an animation that it kind of like comes in and out, and basically you can completely disable them, so there's literally no animations. And now if I would go out, there's no animation. If I hold it, tap on it, it doesn't zoom in, it just immediately pops into view. So just a feature that will allow you to navigate to the system a little bit faster and without the animations. But you can always set it to half speed like it was previously to just shorten the duration of it significantly. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share with you. And if you found any of these tweaks and tricks helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.